before passing another vehicle on the left. You should A. Look over your right shoulder. B. Look over your left shoulder. C. Signal and honk the horn. D. Slow down and wait first. Look over your left shoulder. Looking over your left shoulder ensures there are no vehicles in your blind spot before you start to move into the left lane. This quick head turn is a critical part of safe driving and helps prevent accidents. What is the rule about lane changes in passing with double solid lines? A. Passing is allowed if it is safe. B. Passing is allowed if no other vehicles are present. C. Passing is allowed for left turns only. D. Passing and lane changes are prohibited. Passing and lane changes are prohibited. Double solid lines on the road indicate that passing and lane changes are not allowed for either direction of traffic. These lines are used to prevent dangerous maneuvers in areas where visibility is limited or other hazards exist. Why is a U-turn prohibited near the top of a hill or on a curve? A. Visibility is less than 500 feet. B. It is illegal in residential areas. C. It requires a special permit. D. It obstructs traffic flow. Visibility is less than 500 feet. U-turns are prohibited where visibility is restricted to under 500 feet because drivers need to see oncoming traffic to safely execute the turn. Limited visibility, such as near a hill or curve, increases the risk of collisions. Before you leave a parking space which is parallel to the curb, you should A. Sound your horn. B. Turn on your four-way flasher. C. Look for traffic by turning your head. D. Look for traffic by using your inside rearview mirror. Look for traffic by turning your head. Before pulling out of a parallel parking space, turn your head to check blind spots and ensure no vehicles or pedestrians are approaching. Mirrors alone cannot show every area around your car, so a head check prevents collisions. A safe speed to drive your car? A. Is the posted speed limit. B. Is less than the posted speed limit. C. Depends on the weather and road conditions. D. Depends on the mechanical skill of the driver. Depends on the weather and road conditions. Safe driving speed always depends on current road, traffic, and weather conditions. Even if the posted limit allows higher speeds, you must drive slower when roads are wet, icy, or visibility is poor to ensure safety. What does this sign indicate? A. Divided highway ends. B. One-way traffic ahead. C. Four-lane highway ahead. D. Divided highway ahead. Divided highway ends. This warning sign alerts drivers that the divided highway is ending and two-way traffic will begin. Drivers should stay alert, reduce speed if needed, and keep to the right side of the road to avoid head-on collisions with oncoming traffic. Which of the following influence the effects of alcohol? A. The amount of food in the stomach. B. The body weight of an individual. C. How much time passes between drinks. D. All three choices. All three choices. Alcohol affects people differently depending on body weight, food intake, and time between drinks. Eating slows alcohol absorption, body size changes tolerance, and spacing drinks gives the body time to process alcohol safely. If no speed limit is posted, what is the maximum legal speed? A. 25 miles per hour. B. 55 miles per hour. C. 30 miles per hour. D. 65 miles per hour. "55 miles per hour." In many jurisdictions, if a speed limit is not explicitly posted, the maximum legal speed is 55 miles per hour on certain roads. This default speed limit is in place to ensure safety, where specific limits are not indicated. What is the consequence for a first zero tolerance violation for drivers under 21? A. 6-month license suspension and relicensing fees. B. License revocation for at least 1 year. C. Mandatory ignition interlock device installation. D. DWI conviction with fines and jail time. Six-month license suspension and relicensing fees. For drivers under 21, a first zero tolerance violation results in a 6-month license suspension and associated relicensing fees. This policy aims to deter underage drinking and driving. To avoid glare from approaching high beams at night, you should A. Brake suddenly until the vehicle passes. B. Flash your headlights to high beam briefly. C. Move your eyes right and use the road edge. D. Look directly at the oncoming headlights. Move your eyes right and use the road edge. To avoid glare from approaching high beams at night, move your eyes to the right and use the road edge as a guide. This helps you avoid looking directly at the bright lights while still maintaining your lane position. Which moped classes are restricted to the right lane of traffic? A. all moped classes. B. Class A. C. Class B and C can use any lane. D. Class B and C. Class B and C. Class B and C mopeds are restricted to the right lane to ensure safety due to their lower speed capabilities. This helps prevent them from impeding faster moving traffic. What does this sign mean? A. Pedestrians only. B. School crossing ahead. C. Hiking trails ahead. D. Intersection ahead. School crossing ahead. This sign indicates that a school crossing is nearby. Drivers should slow down, watch for children, and be prepared to stop when necessary. It helps ensure student safety during school hours and crossing times by alerting approaching motorists to be extra cautious. Your car starts to skid on a slippery road. You should A. Brake quickly and keep the wheels straight. B. Lock your brakes until you have come to a complete stop. C. Steer in the direction you want the front wheels to go. D. Steer toward the side of the road to get off the wet pavement. Steer in the direction you want the front wheels to go. When skidding, stay calm and steer smoothly in the direction you want the front wheels to move. Sudden braking or jerking the wheel worsens the skid. Gentle steering helps regain control safely. What does a slow-moving vehicle emblem look like? A. A triangular orange sign. B. A round green sign. C. A diamond-shaped yellow sign. D. A square red sign. A triangular orange sign. A slow-moving vehicle emblem is a reflective orange triangle with a red border. It warns drivers that the vehicle travels at 25 miles per hour or less, helping prevent rear-end collisions on public roads. What is the primary purpose of ADAS safety features? A. Automate all driving tasks. B. Eliminate all traffic violations. C. Replace the driver's attention. D. Save lives and prevent injuries. Save lives and prevent injuries. ADAS, Advanced Driver Assistance Systems, are designed to enhance safety by reducing the risk of accidents, which in turn saves lives and prevents injuries. They act as a support system for drivers. What is the immediate legal requirement for a driver involved in a traffic crash? A. Immediately report the crash to the police. B. Stop at the scene regardless of damage. C. Stop only if there is personal injury. D. Stop only if there is property damage. Stop at the scene regardless of damage. The immediate legal requirement for a driver involved in a traffic crash is to stop at the scene, regardless of the extent of damage. This ensures compliance with the law and allows for the exchange of information and assessment of the situation. An intersection has a stop sign and a crosswalk, but no stop line. You must stop. A. Before the crosswalk. B. 50 feet before the intersection. C. Where you think the stop line would be. D. With your front wheels in the crosswalk. Before the crosswalk. If there is no marked stop line, you must always stop before the crosswalk. This ensures pedestrian safety and gives you a clear view of cross traffic before moving ahead, following proper intersection and right-of-way rules. What does this sign signify? A. Divided highway ends. B. One-way traffic ahead. C. Divided highway ahead. D. Keep to the right. Keep to the right. This regulatory sign indicates that drivers must keep to the right of a traffic island, median, or obstruction. It helps maintain smooth traffic flow and prevents vehicles from entering lanes meant for opposing traffic, ensuring safety and order on the roadway. The car behind you begins to pass you. You should A. Maintain your speed so traffic will flow smoothly. B. Pull to the right and stop so he can pass. C. Slow down slightly and stay in your lane. D. Blow your horn to allow him to pass. Slow down slightly and stay in your lane. When another vehicle starts to pass, you should slightly reduce your speed and remain in your lane. This creates space for the passing driver to return safely without forcing sudden movements or creating dangerous conditions on the road. If your brake pedal suddenly sinks to the floor, you should first A. Shift into neutral and shut the engine off. B. Try to pump it to build up the pressure. C. Try to raise it by hooking your toe under it. D. Apply the parking brake hard to stop the car. Try to pump it to build up the pressure. When your brake pedal sinks, pumping it helps restore hydraulic pressure so brakes can engage again. If that fails, use your parking brake slowly. Shutting off the engine or braking hard can cause loss of control. You want to turn right at the next intersection. You should begin to use your turn signal. A. At least 50 feet before the turn. B. When you reach the intersection. C. at least 100 feet before you turn. D. As soon as you see cars behind you. At least 100 feet before you turn. Drivers must signal their turn at least 100 feet before reaching the intersection. This gives other drivers and pedestrians enough time to understand your intention and react safely, reducing confusion and preventing sudden or risky maneuvers. A motorist approaching a bicyclist should A. Speed up to pass him. B. Proceed as usual. C. Swerve into the opposite lane. D. Exercise extreme caution. Exercise extreme caution. Drivers must approach bicyclists carefully, maintaining a safe distance and being ready for sudden movements. Bicycles have the same rights as other vehicles, so extra caution prevents collisions and protects vulnerable road users. What does a no standing sign legally permit? A. Any temporary stop including driver exit. B. Temporary stop for passenger discharge only. C. Temporary stops for loading merchandise. D. No stopping or standing permitted at all. Temporary stop for passenger discharge only. A no standing sign allows for a temporary stop only to drop off or pick up passengers. The key is that the stop is brief and only for the purpose of passenger disembarkation or embarkation. Which ADAS feature is not permitted during a driving test? A. Adaptive cruise control. B. Backup warning system. C. Camera technologies. D. Lane departure warning. Adaptive cruise control. Adaptive cruise control is not permitted during a driving test because it partially automates speed and distance, which interferes with the examiner's ability to assess the driver's skills. The driver needs to demonstrate they can safely control the vehicle without relying on this automation. What is the form number for reporting motor vehicle accidents to the DMV? A. DMV accident form. B. MB 100 form. C. MB 104 form. D. TR 12 form. MB 104 form. The MB 104 form is the official New York State Department of Motor Vehicles form used to report motor vehicle accidents. This form collects detailed information about the accident, including involved parties, vehicle information, and accident details.